welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Singleness and this is Uncomfortable Growth. To my returning subscribers, to the Genge, I hope that you're well. To those that are passing by, hopefully you like what you see and you join the Genge, because I'm actually on the road to 25k now, which is which is wild. So today, as you guys can see, I have a special guest on the couch. I'm gonna let her introduce herself because she's so many things.
Yeah.
Yes, amen.
Yeah, amen.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Yes.
Hello everybody, my name is Zinah and I. I'm a singer,
Yes.
songwriter, actress, presenter, radio presenter, producer, content developer, you know what it is.
Are you guys alright? Because I'm not psyched, like literally. But I'm really happy to have you here, first of all. So yeah, today we're going to be speaking about our respective journeys in the industry. She's on radio, I'm on YouTube. And we met via me coming to an interview.
Yes.
With her, and she was, is it a host? Is that what they call you?
So I hosted for that month,
yes,
but I'm the producer of that particular show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was fortunate enough to come when she was hosting, and she had myself and Pearl. Hopefully one day you guys meet Pearl also.
Because she's
like,
also great.
yeah, I need to do that. I need to get serious about that. But yeah, so we thought we'd just speak about our journey in the entertainment industry, because this was neither of our plans.
No.
Yeah. So maybe tell us a little bit about you, because I mean, I speak about my all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to hear more about your journey, but I think just to start it off,
yeah,
it's never what you planned it to be.
Never.
Never ever.
Ever.
Never ever will you ever see.
Will
you ever know?
Will you ever know? Yeah, fully.
But I think when you know that you love something and
yeah,
you know that you can't live without it, because as human beings, it's easy for us to not be able to live without a person.
Of course.
But when you aren't able to live without this personality that makes you who you are and what you're doing.
For sure.
You will go through the absolute most,
sure,
but you'll be okay because this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
But I didn't know when I realized that I wanted it.
Yeah.
That it was going to be this hectic. So I actually realized I wanted to sing when I was 7.
Okay.
And like it was Christmas Day. My parents bought me this like Barbie kit and stuff, and I was like playing the guitar.
You were on one.
Bruh, it was a performance for my grand.
Yeah.
And you know that song, Shine, 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 Kwasa Dance. You don't know. Anyways.
Shine, Shine, Kwasa Dance.
Yeah.
Friend,
you remember Arthur?
Yeah, I
it's okay.
You know, baby deep. No, indeed.
I tried to carry. It's okay. It's okay. So that's when I realized that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, and it just made me happy.
Yeah.
I was just smiling and I was excited, and I love music.
Yeah.
So from there, I did like school plays and stuff like that, and then I became serious about it in grade 10 when I decided to go to a full-time vocational school.
Okay.
So we did Cambridge in between going to dance classes like ballet and musical theatre and all of that. So I decided to do, because I fought with the rents obviously because
black parents only want to support you when there's money and when you're succeeding.
When you're stable.
The support right in the beginning, that's when you need it the most. We'll talk about that another day.
Well, yeah.
We'll come back to that.
We'll debrief it later.
Yeah, yes.
So it was so my dad was on board because he saw how much it made me happy and stuff.
Yeah.
And mom was just like,
Gele,
you need to, because she was like, you're going to be an accountant and that's that.
And I'll never do that.
Oh my goodness. Like, I'm a number. Why? I only want to be counting this money.
No, literally, like anything else?
Anything else, no.
Yeah.
So then that happened, and then I started obviously doing musical theatre full time.
Yeah.
And I studied through Trinity in London,
yes,
musical theatre and performing arts. And my journey actually started in 2015 because I joined this like band called The Buzz, and we did a lot of like performances at Nickelodeon festivals and Microsoft launches and stuff. So I was a singer, like I was a performer, like fully. Then I was asked to go overseas to the Whitney Houston tribute show, so I went there for about a year.
Did you guys hear that? Whitney Houston tribute show.
Hello.
Sorry.
So
we weren't gonna fly past that.
So I was a backing vocalist for that. Grew my voice a lot. Amazing. Yeah. Then I came back home for a nigga. Anyways.
No! It happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens. I lied and told you guys that I came back because I wanted to study. No. Anyways. Yeah. So came back, and then that's when I obviously finished my studies.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, okay, cool, if I'm home, I need to start basing myself as a South African artist. What do I need to do? Where am I going? So that's when I just went head in. It was a bit of a touch and go because obviously I was dealing with the breakup at that point and stuff like that. But I was still trying to figure out who I was because I didn't know.
Of course. You were young. You were young, yes.
I didn't know where my niche was.
Yes.
And then over the years, you realize that there's so many other things that are within the industry, and not just performing, not just radio presenting.
Fully.
Exactly. What people show you on Instagram or on TV and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes and stuff. Then in 2018, I decided I wanted to do something different. I wanted to explore my life and what I was doing in the industry. So I decided to audition for this show called Born to Perform that was taking place at the Lyric Theatre. And I wanted to audition as a presenter, as the host of the show.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what, let me put myself out there, because first of all, I hate speaking in front of people, number one. And I hated my personality. Like, I didn't like who I was. So I was like, so I'm going to be talking, I'm not even going to sing, because when I'm singing, I'm mesmerizing you, it's Nandi, but now you're seeing me.
I'm selling my personality. I'm telling you, it's who I am.
It's who I am. Like, I'm standing there, and as I speak, this is me, and it's either you like or you don't like.
You don't like it, yes.
So the chances of me getting backlash on that are very, very big. But I was like, you know what, let's grow, let's move. So I did that, became the host of the show. Then in 2019, last year, the show was moved to the Monte Cassino Teatro. So that was even weird, because I was like, oh, what were you thinking?
Obviously, but that's big.
It was an amazing show. It was lively. I met so many people in the industry and stuff like that, and that's what catapulted my presenting career.
I see.
And in that same year that I released Ever Been and all that was happening as well, also then got into radio. Had my own show on Radio Today and stuff.
Which she's killing.
That was last year. And then this year, kind of everything, because of lockdown, so everything kind of like just
slowed down,
slowed down and stuff. Then I wanted to actually start a podcast, because I was like, I just want to talk about crap and just like laugh and be happy, because I was tired of everybody saying lockdown, I was just like, I want to talk about something other than
what is currently happening.
Yes. So I contacted some people at the Media Connection. I was like, can I use your guys' studio? And they're like, oh, by the way, there's a show that happens here on a Friday. Cool.
Crazy.
Then they were like, just come check it out. And then when I went there, because I was like, I wasn't expecting anything. I was expecting to get a job. Next thing, I'm a producer. I don't know how, I don't know when, but God does that. He puts you in places where you never ever in your life
think you will ever be, and he puts you in places where you think you don't necessarily have the skills to be doing the things that you're doing. But trust the Lord, child.
You know that thing where they say God doesn't equip what?
God doesn't not equip. God doesn't
call the equipped. He equips the equipped.
Yes. Yeah. God doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called.
Yes. That's the one. That is the actual one. We find. Okay. So in that moment, God just equipped me, and then obviously we had a Women's Month campaign running and stuff like that, and one of the series or episodes that we have were young women doing the great things. And I only had, someone introduced me to your YouTube channel. I don't know if you know him, Angelos.
Light skin.
Yes.
So
he was like, no, go check Google or whatever. So I did, and then I was like, I need this hand. So I found
that was a great time. I'm actually gonna link that. So it's on YouTube.
Yes.
I'm gonna link that so you guys can go. Link. Yes, the Facebook link, so you guys can go check that out. But
so that was the journey.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
And how are you finding it? I can say that, briefly again, guys, I obviously was at varsity, thought I was going to get a degree, thought I was going to have a 5 to 7, 9 to 5, don't even know what it's called. But I have that thing, and then God was like, I always knew I'd be in the entertainment industry, I don't know where or how. Started my YouTube channel, and like now I obviously can kind of see where he's taking me and what I'm about to do. But for me, the journey has been overwhelming, weird, different, fun. We can never take that away.
No,
it's been fun.
It's fun.
It's been, what's the word? Like it's brought me purpose. But it's a whole lot of everything. I also think that navigating the space as young black women who are new in the space is also very, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like the entertainment industry in South Africa often likes to recycle the same faces and likes to use the same people for many different things. I've often heard kids who study at AFDA worry, complain about not finding a role or something like that, just because we like to keep the same celebrities on
and the
screen.
Same faces and the same everything. And the thing is that as black women, I've seen over the years, we have to work 10 times, if not 20 times harder than a normal human being in the industry. And I've seen that for face value when, for example, I release a song versus someone of a different
race.
You know. So it is difficult.
Of course.
I do find myself, we were talking about it yesterday, where you're like, oh, this is so great, but sometimes you're just like, I just want to be a normal human being and go home and just be, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, people think that you're perfect and that your life is amazing and every day you wake up and...
I think that it's a gift being able to put your best foot forward. Like, don't get us wrong, it's great that we can sit out here and speak and be on radio, but like,
of course,
we're still people behind that. And I'm starting to realize that people don't see that. Like, obviously you see us on camera and you see us and you think like, oh, her life is put together. Oh, she's balling. Child. If you could see our bank account.
Listen, right now in October,
we are embarrassing. That's all we have to say. So yeah, it's just been really cool, but I've enjoyed this journey in that I feel like God is introducing me to people that I need to know in the industry and people that will be good for my journey.
100%.
And that's something I've been very wary of, you know, because obviously it's hard. Like, dude, like influencers know each other, YouTubers know each other, like there's already some sort of community. So when you arrive
and you're a newbie and you're doing the most and
you know, it's hard. So yeah,
look, I think when it comes to a friend perspective and just making friends in the industry, where I went to school, we were all taught to celebrate each other. We were all taught to, you know, support each other and stuff like that. It wasn't a case of, okay, cool, that's my competition. Okay, cool, no, whether or not you're also a black girl trying to do the same thing, we hype each other up. It's like, yes, let's get it.
Yeah, we can.
You know what I'm saying? Guys, there is space. God didn't create us all the same for a particular reason.
Also, God would not make so many talented people without a plan for them.
Oh my goodness.
Let's not do that.
Oh my goodness, there are 7 billion people in the world. Are you telling me?
7 billion.
You're trying to tell me that there's no room. There's a lot of room.
There's too much room.
Also, you need to make room.
Yes.
Make room.
If
that's one thing I would say, is that if you are asking questions about being in the industry and stuff, don't wait for an opportunity. Find one, utilize it.
For sure.
Go over and above what you expected to do, and you'll see yourself doing things you
never thought you would have been able to
at
do.
all.
And I think that's very true. Like, don't. You know, often we try to wait for the right time or whatever. It's like, if you're sitting on something, you believe it.
Do it.
Put it out there, and that's all you have to do. Just start at the very least.
And be consistent.
Yes, be consistent. I do think consistency does help, especially now. Again, guys, you're probably trying to break into a market or an industry where there are very familiar faces, where there are people who are doing very well that people prefer to work with. So when you do put out your work, it does have to be of a certain standard. And again, consistency shows that, you know, you're in it for the long run. And that's very important. But yeah, so for me, also something I wanted to speak about is that, you know, I was thinking just like, you know, with dabbling in the entertainment industry, we trying or whatever. And this industry is very demanding in that you're a personality on screen, you're a personality behind the mic, you're a producer, whatever. And then again, you have to factor in socializing because being social is very important here.
I hear you, my sister.
In what we're doing. So it's like you're super busy during the week. You have to make time for it because we both live at home. Yeah. Make time for your parents and your family, but also go out and socialize and meet people. And also like, I always feel like it's a push and pull. My parents have been very understanding, but like, you know, I'm still a black child. Like if I'm gallivanting too hard, they're gonna be like, no.
But also, don't you feel like there's if you want to go out, you must wash dishes or you must cook or
you never leave the house.
No. Do something.
There's a trade. There's always a trade. And also if you want to stay out of trouble, you have that thing. You take out the meat early. You prepare the house, everything is grand. So by the time you leave, they're like, God, you're like, this is done, that's done, this is done.
I'm cool. I'll see you guys later.
Fully, yeah.
And you go.
For sure. So I think that's also been like weird for me.
Dude, it gets weirder. The more you do, the more you're out there, the more you succeed, it gets weirder. I cannot tell you.
I know that.
But then that's where the lesson comes in, where you need to choose, number one, your circles, the type of people that you're around, because remember, you become a brand. Yes. And no matter if when you go home, you're a normal human being,
yeah, they don't see that.
They don't see you at home and you still care. So you have to be aware of that. And also, it's something that I've been thinking about recently, is being responsible for the things that you say and or do, because there's people watching us constantly.
I think that for sure, when you have an audience and you know that people are listening to you more than they'd listen to the regular person,
exactly.
Unfortunately, you do have the responsibility to be cautious with your words and thoughtful, just because, you know, when we speak, a lot more people hear it than most.
110%.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But also that's anxiety inducing a bit for me. Like literally, guys, sometimes I really just want to speak my shit. Like, I just want to, it's always being aware of other people. And I think we're very much, our industry and what we do is very much like we're catering to people.
Yeah.
And it's also, we're doing so by giving you us in our rawest form. Like,
and see, that's the thing.
My bag is my personality.
My dog. My
and that's a bit wild, bro.
It is. It's a mud thing. You had to negotiate with my dad. So he was like, okay, cool, you can do whatever, be whatever. You're not allowed to swear in your songs. Or swear in general. That was a negotiation that I made with my father. And so
till this day.
No, my nigga dog. When I tell today, when I'm sitting here and I'm writing a song and I want to say mother, I can't. If I'm sitting here on the YouTube and I want to say mother, I cannot, because I made a deal with my daddy.
Stop.
No, fully, and that was just his rule. And the thing is that, like, there's so many things in the industry that black parents would say, I. But that was his one rule. Because like, even in...
But you know, as much as I'm like, oh my goodness, I kind of feel like he is meeting you halfway, letting you do what you have to do. You live under his roof. So you still have to, you know, be respectful.
Look, I love them.
Yeah.
I love all of them. Yeah. But I want to go. I want my own house. I just want to come home and lie on the bed, and if I don't feel like cooking, I don't cook. If there's still dishes in the thingy, that's fine. Let the dishes chill.
So he doesn't like. So that's the one thing. Like,
that's the one thing. I think also, because you'll see in one of my music videos, it's a singing the boobies and it's nice. And when I showed him that music video, my mom was the one who's like, "Hey, bo, when's that?" And he was like, "This is amazing. I'm so proud of you." And I was just like,
progressive black parents.
Listen, and he's very progressive. Like, my dad is very logical in a sense that, if it makes sense, it makes sense.
Of course.
And if it doesn't, it's like, exactly.
Yeah.
But I was very resilient with my black parents in a sense that I put myself there and I was like, this is what's going on, and jump on, or you can chill and watch me shine.
I think my thing was that I didn't give my parents the chance or choice with anything with my YouTube. Like, you know, I kind of started YouTube, sent my mom the pilot. They watched my Get to Know Me tag. Hey, there were things they didn't like, you know? I was like, I took note of that. But I was still like, as much as I understand, I'm still going to be very true to myself. So, like...
I think relationships play a huge role in this industry.
It really does. Also, black parents often don't understand the impact that they have on us.
Exactly.
So I feel like, especially as a black child growing up, often in many different environments, we're often like told to shy away from being loud, hide our personalities, conform, be more so like this or that. Like, I heard that throughout primary school, high school, and even with your parents, you know? Like, at some point you get to the point where you fully want to express yourself and who you are. And you can't do that because isiko, and bazothina bantu, and abangani bami, like... There's just a whole lot of pressure, like the balance of being yourself and not letting your parents down.
Oh my goodness,
is wild.
It's actually overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
Like, sometimes I find myself, like, my mom will say something, like passing, and I'd be like, no.
Yes,
wait,
literally,
no.
Like, you literally be like, who?
Wait, what? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the same time, and I get that fully, and I don't like that because we've, especially as Zulu women, there's I remember the other day someone said something about a patriarchy princess or whatever.
Oh yes.
So of course we love utando, we love to beat the but at the end of the day, guys, as an independent woman and a woman who has a career and has things for herself, there's certain things that I don't want to do that maybe women have been taught to do growing up and stuff like that. Like,
also, not to be weird, like, my parents have worked very hard to take me to the schools in which they have.
Exactly.
Right. Now, I obviously get that I've gone to Model C schools and I went to very good varsity.
Yes.
I still respect my culture. I'm still 110% black, and I understand that there's like I'm always going to respect my parents. As a black child, I know that's
fully it's a given.
However, because I am educated, right? I have the understanding of culture and I have the understanding of the world and the Western world or whatever. I almost feel like, guys, you cannot expect me to go to a really good school, be highly educated, know the things that I know, and then still conform to but umfazi, mela,
hold it right there.
Who?
Ubani?
Who?
Sorry, bud.
Not
Sorry,
me. Not me. And so we're just taught to like, even the roles they want us to play are just very, not.
Let me tell you something, my nigga dog. I can't.
No, it's not.
Gang, cause Footy, the only running I know how to do is to run my mouth, number one. So I will be telling you to where to get off.
No, fully.
And I've been told, hi, cool man, cool, and that's okay because I've been told at home that I apparently, because my parents are very open with me bringing people home if I want them to meet a guy or whatever it is, and I'm not
sir.
No, and I'm
not mine.
Because the thing is that my parents want to know, I guess, but
of course, and that's healthy.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But then I'm quick to cut a nigga off.
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm not worried that I won't meet someone. Sometimes it does happen where you're like, oh, go see.
No, we have moments. Moments are normal.
But I'm not worried because I'm not gonna settle. And the thing is that like, as people in the industry as well, it's very easy to want the bare minimum because you don't get in your life as it's crazy, and you think that just because you're receiving entry level stuff, like guys, when you walk into a club but coca, that's the bare minimum, right? Men think that that's okay to do the bare minimum and get away with it. Being a normal human being.
Can I then ask you, with you obviously being in the position that you are now and being on radio, what has your experience been like when it comes to meeting people? Has it been harder? Has it been easier? Do you want someone in the industry?
People think I'm a Martian. People think that I'm getting everything and I'm receiving all of these guys and I'm, my DMs is popping.
Can I tell you, I think my DMs were more up when I wasn't on YouTube. I can't tell you. For free. Yeah, no.
It's a lot more difficult because you become more intimidating.
Yes. Like, niggas even make jokes with me. They're like, yeah, I want to take you on a date, but we don't want to end up on your channel. It's like, first of all, I told you guys I'm not going to do that. I had one story time, all the niggas are shaking.
You're
act correct. It's simple. Act correct.
Just do the right thing. And you won't end up on the channel or in a song. We won't write about you. It's fine.
What you think?
Like, I think I'm glad that I wasn't in a relationship having, like, when things started to pick up.
Yes.
Because I'm learning a lot about just focusing on me, because in the relationship that I was prior, and no shade to him, this was all about me growing up. And I definitely started dimming myself and dimming my life because you didn't want to be more than, and you didn't want to go over and above, and so to the point where you'd be asked to be in a music video and some of that, it'd be like, I'm not comfortable with you.
I've realized, like, I've come to peace with my singleness, and guys, if there's Nana drilled it into my head this week. She literally was like, my sister, you actually don't have time to date. It's quite impossible. You're starting something, and also she's like, you don't, guys, in a relationship, naturally you want to
give the person all of your time,
all of your energy. You want to be reassuring, whatever.
100%.
Like, I unfortunately can't do that. Like, I want to be able to sit here and say what I say. I want to be invited to a party. I call you, I say, girl, ready. Simple. Like, I think that right now it is very much about being selfish, and I think in our industry it's kind of needed. Like, as a creative, I draw inspiration from what's happening around me, and I've done a lot of things this year, and I've met so many great people, and I don't think I would have put myself out there as much had I been in a relationship. Because naturally, guys, it's nice to sit
but you
in the chairs with your man and just mind your business.
That's
all. I
think you're right. In a sense that, but at the same time, I also kind of want to counter what Miss Nana Girl said as well. In a sense that sometimes God might bring you someone in and amongst the things
who
that happen.
Can, for sure.
Who can fully, but then if in the beginning, and that's why I let go of niggas very early, because if I can see that already, it's becoming a thing of, okay, you're mine.
Yes.
Remember that.
Yeah, fully, no.
I'm not. We're not doing that. You need to be secure in yourself
For sure.
as much as we're also learning to be secure in ourselves.
And that's key. I'm still learning to be secure in myself, in the position I'm now in.
Exactly.
And the amount of like attention I have.
Fully. And
so that's a process of my own. Also,
100%.
sorry, just
go ahead.
with Nana's thing is she's right, nah? And you're right.
Yeah.
And that like, cool, this journey is for me alone, but God does what God does. And
All
he can
the
sprinkle
time.
anything in at any time. But I think I'm saying that to make peace.
Yes,
So
yes.
for me, it's like, I'm not expecting it, nor do I really want it. But if something were to present, or someone were to present themselves to me and it seems somewhat serious, and you know, we're both growing and we're helping each other grow, and no one is
fine.
Yes, and no one is, you know, like silencing the other. Or
Yes,
I'm
everyone's just letting
down.
themselves be.
Then I'm down. But
that's fine.
I'm gibonle for what?
Dude,
Yeah.
sometimes, and you know what, like obviously with the people that I have around me right now, there's a lot of serious relationships. I was saying this to you the other day. Like, I don't even get a new battery for my car. People are getting married, starting new lives together.
Yeah.
And like, stop busy kickstarting more.
Yeah, no, for
Kickstarting
sure.
cars. And it's humbling because in my worst days, I realize that I'm human.
Yes.
And that's fine. I don't have to be perfect all the time.
sure.
Because that's what people think. And men, yes, think that we're intimidating and stuff, but also realize we're also intimidated by you. We just hide it better, okay?
Yeah.
We're
also,
like...
no, for sure. I think that like, oh, you know, I don't even think I'm intimidated by men as much anymore, just because now I really do view us as equals.
Yes.
I think for me, like now when I see someone, I'm like, you deserve my time. I deserve your time. Simple.
Cool.
Yeah, we're cool,
done.
for sure. And like, yeah, there is a notion of black women who are outspoken and being unapologetic and using our voices. Like, we are labeled as intimidating. Guys, there's so many men in my YouTube comments that often comment like, you're not gonna get married. You and your friends are gonna be like, why are you promoting Singleness? Because that's what I want to do.
Guys, also,
sorry, my goal is no longer marriage. Like, as soon as I took that away and I realized that life is about making the most out of every
better
experience
speak.
you have and being happy by yourself first and foremost. Child, I'm not gonna censor myself because I'm an guys, you want me to sit up here and censor myself because my future husband could be watching me, he doesn't like what I'm saying? That's unfortunate.
that's fine. That's his burden.
That's his burden.
That's his plan. They're singling. It's not mine. It's not mine.
It's not, yeah.
That's not mine.
So that's also what I don't like. Like,
fully.
as black women, just throughout society, I mean, throughout history, we've been silenced, and I think that people are assuming that we're going to take the same positions that our parents and that our mothers did. Like, cool, love my mom, and she's doing well for the time and the era and the generation that she was brought up in.
Me.
Not me.
Linna.
Ngeke
I couldn't be able to do that. And
yeah.
I think I try my best to kind of give... I'm a very nice person.
Yeah.
Sometimes too nice.
Yes.
And I'm open to receiving that. I did speak about, I was like, at the end of October, I'm going to have a boyfriend. We don't know how that's going. We'll see.
Yeah.
Whatever. But I think...
But in this house, we believe in the Lord.
We believe in the Lord.
We believe in
Listen,
the Lord.
guys.
And she's been single for a while, so we believe.
Well, almost, yeah.
So
That's fine. But I think also singleness is so important in a sense that if I wasn't single, I wouldn't know myself well. And I always say that if you're happy by yourself, when you meet someone else, it's an addition, not a completion.
Yes.
And also, when you're happy on your own, to the point where you're taking yourself on holidays, you just
learn how to you spoil yourself, and you learn what you like, and I think that's so important.
And you learn how you're going to be treated in the future. Because before, you think that only a guy can spoil you or make you feel some type of way.
And you realize that, nah.
I make myself laugh. I'm hilarious. Oh my goodness. I'm so funny.
No, literally, I spoil myself so much. It's
cackle.
ridiculous. The last thing I want to talk about, just very briefly, is just that, so I do want to say that if you are wanting to pursue something in the industry and you aren't sure, obviously try whatever it is. Like, don't be scared to fail. Like, trial and error. And also, not succeeding doesn't take away from anything. If anything, you learn from that experience, and then you can kind of like fine tune what you want to do and then know. Exactly. But the second thing is that if you want to be in the entertainment industry and your parents aren't supportive, I have so many people around me who have this narrative or share the story in their lives of like, I want to be a musician, I want to be a rapper, I want to do this, but my parents aren't supportive. One, I'd kind of like to just plead with black parents. Like, if there's any black parent watching this, that trust your child.
Please.
I think that as a parent, you raise someone to obviously have logic.
Have a mind of their own.
Trust
the person you raise.
Yes, trust the person that you raise. Like, I'm not going to put myself out there if I didn't think I would succeed,
Fully.
Also, more than that, guys, when my parents like fully jumped on board, were like, okay, you're doing YouTube, okay, we're behind you, that changed everything for me. It makes life so much easier. Also, I don't like this thing of black parents, again, just giving support when the success is there and the recognition is there. It's like, I needed it, or black children or children needed the most at the beginning, because that's when you have the most amount of doubt. Like, and there's so many different opinions coming from you, and the people that matter the most to you are your family. So to be reassured by them and reaffirmed by your parents, to be like, yo, I have your back, could do so much for your child.
So much. When you fall flat and you feel like you stumbled, the only way to go from there is up. So just do it. Just do it. Like whatever it is that where you want to get done or whatever, just get up in the morning, decide to do it and stick to it.
Yes.
And be resilient and fight for yourself.
Of course.
Don't expect other people to fight for you. Fight for yourself, because out there it's
also no one is ever going to fight for you until they see that you believe in yourself.
Exactly.
So yeah. Well guys, we're going to end it there because we can see that well
over time. It's so nice to chat, guys.
It's so nice to chat. Thank you for coming.
It's such a pleasure.
I appreciate that. So yeah guys, we just want to say that anything is possible, black child.
Come on.
Okay?
You can do, I can do anything. Is that a real song?
No, friend.
No, it's not.
Guys, she keeps hitting me with these songs that I don't know, and I'm looking like the Barry, and it's not.
She knows more music than I do. I'm pretty.
So,
I'm
so friend, what were you singing now?
Isn't it?
Oh wait, I can do anything. No, you sing Beyonce.
I think so. I don't know.
Hell nah. Okay, we're not.
No,
it's cool.
It's fine.
Well, yeah.
It's over.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna put her socials below. Please make sure to follow the girl on all her social platforms. Please make sure to listen to her show. Even in the description, we'll put like time slots and shit. Even if she isn't hosting, support because she's producing. You know, a girl who can do everything. I'll also put your stuff is on YouTube. Yes, we'll put that in the description below. So please go check her out, guys. Thank you, gang. I love and light.